Hi everyone, it's Amanda. We're going to do the Bulgarian cast on. I've seen it also called the Estonian cast on and the Latvian cast on. It's a nice decorative edge that is springy and resilient. It's made using a long tail. So I'm going to make my tail about 3 times the length of my desired cast on width. And let's get started. So like any longtail cast on, you can either start with a slip knot, or you can start just by draping the thumb yarn or the tail over your thumb, the working yarn over your finger, and then just grabbing a loop with your right needle. So this will be the first loop of my cast on. Okay, this cast on is normally worked in pairs, but it doesn't have to be. You're going to see what I mean as I go. Alright, we're going to start off by making just one stitch in the normal longtail cast on way. So I'm going to reach forward to the thumb loop. If you picture the thumb as a knit stitch and the finger is the working yarn, so I'm going to knit this stitch. I'm going to go in through the front loop of the thumb as if I'm knitting towards the back, and then I'm going to wrap the yarn around that needle, kind of scooping it with the needle. And then I'm going to bring it through the thumb loop, take my thumb out, and tighten. And there I am back at the start position. Now I'm going to take just my thumb out of the yarn, drop it off, and I'm going to reach around to the front and grab it in the other direction. So now the strand comes from the front of my thumb to the needle. And this one here. So what we're going to do now is kind of a similar thing, but I'm going to ignore the front strand of yarn, and I'm going to reach my needle in under this middle strand of yarn, and then wrap the yarn around the needle, scooping it. I'm scooping it over the yarn and grabbing it, and then I'm going to bring the needle forward under that thumb loop and follow my thumb up and out the loop and take my thumb out to tighten. And if you notice, that special backwards fancy thumb way makes the bottom strand look like it's hugging those 2 stitches. So that's the pair that we're going to do. So we'll start again. Now my thumb is back in the normal longtail cast on position, so both go through the yarn and out. I'm going to reach to the front strand here, the one that's going down to my fingers, to knit it. So getting it from the left, scoop the finger yarn, bring the needle through the thumb loop, take my thumb out, finish the stitch. And then I'm going to take my thumb out of the strand, swing it to the front and grab it the other way, and then bring my right needle between the strands to grab that back strand. Scoop around the finger yarn, bring the needle under the loop and up out to the top of the thumb. Pull my thumb out and tighten. And now I have another little pair. So again, longtail cast on, scoop the front strand, scoop the finger strand, through and out. Flip, under, over, under, up, and out. And then you repeat that for as many stitches as you want. Now if you don't like having this extra stitch at the front here, you could start your cast off in a different way. Start with a slip knot, however you like to make a slip knot. And then instead of starting with the first stitch being the traditional longtail cast on way, you're going to start with a flipped stitch. So take the thumb out, flip it to the other side, reach between, over, under, up, and out. And it's almost like a pair. So that'll be the first pair. And then we can do the rest starting in the traditional way. Longtail cast on, scoop, through, out, flip, scoop, around, under, up, and out. And then back to we're already, after doing that, your thumb's already in position for the next stitch. So through, around, and then flip. So if you get stopped halfway through your cast on pairs and you can't remember which one is coming next, it's only after you've done that funny backwards thumb stitch that you have the two strands going around the base of 2 cast on stitches. So have a look. We'll do one normal cast on stitch, and then if you look at it, see that it's only one little guy by itself. He doesn't have a buddy yet, so you know that you still have to flip your thumb to the front to do one of those neat little backward stitches. And then the pair is completed. And that way you can cast on as many stitches as you like for your project. And if this bothers you, at the end, when you're sewing in your ends, you can always bring a tail here and wrap it around both stitches to mimic the path of these other stitches, just to neaten that up. That is all for today. If you found this video useful, please like it and consider subscribing to my channel so you can see future videos like this and getting more knitting tips and tricks. Thanks very much. See you next time.